Hey, you guys. So I'm a little disappointed because the last 4 to 5 days I haven't been able to record video and upload it onto my YouTube account from the YouTube app. Usually you can record, you can flip sides, show things. So now I have to start using maybe Zoom to do a screen share to start showing you guys my dialogue and what these things that I have to show. So my laptop is all set up ready to start making these. You know how everyone else does. They have the screen share. That way I can show you guys what I'm talking about at the same time as talk to the camera. But I'm walking home, I'm tired. I was out with some friends. We went to a dinner, and so I thought I want to walk home and share with you guys the dream vision that I had this afternoon. And it was very, very interesting. And I wonder what will happen to my phone after I talk about this. So the main important thing out of this whole dream vision, my mom was in there. We were in a home, and we were sort of sheltered, boarded. Not technically boarded, but just closed and couldn't go out. And there was a curfew. Curfew was like midnight. No one could go out at midnight, or you'll be detained and you cannot return home. This was set for, the reason why I said my mom, because her birthday's in June. It's on the 28th. But my best friend who passed away 4 years ago, he was in this dream too. But I could never see him. But I always heard him, and I heard him in the other room. Every time I go in this other room in the dream, I would never see him. So when he passed away, his funeral service was on June 19th. So I'm put two and two together that month of June, there's going to be an event of mercy. And June 19th is the day to prepare for this. And it'll be at the stroke of midnight that it will be this show, an event. I think it could be the 3 days of darkness. I did watch someone else's video. But the thing about it is I don't like to watch someone else's video and share the information, because I have to go from a conscious belief perspective. I know other people, they do deep channelings. They channel the Galactic Federation. They channel all these other realms of perspective. But though I believe those things, I have to come from the divine path of it. The divine path is not Galactic Federation. The divine path is, it has to come from Holy Spirit. It has to come from Jesus himself, or it has to be, well, that's weird. You see the third eye? That's weird too. The crossing. So if you go back to, and maybe I'll do a video again about this tomorrow. If you go back to the Great American Eclipse, which was in 2017, what was that? The woman of the apocalypse. She had the stars at her feet, the moon at her, or was it the stars at her head, the moon at her feet? She was bearing a child, blah, blah, blah. Well, that happened a month after the Great American Eclipse. I didn't realize that till now. We're in 2021, which is 3 years later. So I was like, oh, 3 years later, 3 days. Every year is a day in the Hebrew calendar. Something like that. So if I were to code everything and reinterpret, I would say that June 19th is a prominent day. It's more of a preparation, because maybe it's the 20th through the 23rd that this will happen. Nothing to be scared about or nothing to be dramatic about, but I would just be on guard. If you need to stay in for 3 days, 4 days, I would do that. And the final day to complete this shift, this crossing, it will be lifted by the 28th, which will be my mom's birthday. So I think that's all I want to share with everybody. It's just a dream vision that I wanted to get it off my chest. I'm out of breath. If you guys aren't aware, I did recover from having COVID a year ago for Mother's Day. So I have the long haulers effect where my breath, I'm still exhausted, but I'm all good. I know I'm supposed to be here. I know I'm supposed to continue doing these messages. So it's just unfortunate that there are entities that really have been doing me over and doing me wrong. But as long as I can continue to get something out and get it to the people who I care about, who are on YouTube, which are you guys, then I'm fine. A lot of people who don't really know me personally, I just want you to know that I live for the purpose and the sake of bridging others to a form of happiness, clarity, answers, mindfulness, even for Dan's, that release of endorphins, that feeling good, the validation, the knowing that someone cares enough for you to put a lot of time to make sure that you're happy. So that's really all I'm here for. My happiness will return. It will return, but I know I got to do what I have to do first in order to bring forth the new earth, which I'll talk about in another video. That has a lot to do with, did I post that? I did not post that. My video was cut off. I'll talk about that tomorrow in the next video. So see you soon. Stay tuned.